You've heard of Julius Caesar, Nero, and Constantine. But did you know the Roman Empire had more than 70 emperors across 5 centuries? Military geniuses, bloodthirsty tyrants, philosopher kings, teenage boys, and even a woman who ruled in all but name. This is the full, epic saga of Rome, from the ashes of the Republic to the thunderous fall of the West and the 1,000-year Byzantine afterlife. It all began when the Republic bled out on the battlefield. In 27 BC, after years of civil war, Gaius Octavius stood alone atop the ruins. Grandnephew, an adopted son of the murdered Julius Caesar, he had outmaneuvered Mark Antony and Cleopatra. The Senate, terrified and grateful, handed him supreme power. They called him Augustus, the Exalted One. He became the first emperor in all but name. Augustus ruled for 41 years and transformed Rome. He professionalized the army into a standing force of 28 legions. He built an imperial bureaucracy, constructed aqueducts, forums, and temples. Poets, like Virgil and Horace, sang his praises. "I found Rome built of brick," he boasted, and left it clothed in marble. By his death, Rome was the undisputed master of the Mediterranean world. But succession, the eternal Roman curse. The Julio-Claudian dynasty 14 to 68 AD began with Tiberius, Augustus's grim stepson, a masterful general but a reluctant ruler. Paranoid and reclusive, he governed from the island of Capri. His Praetorian prefect Sejanus terrorized Rome. When the plot collapsed, the purges were savage. Tiberius died hated, possibly smothered in his bed. Caligula 37-41 Attriugirei tu, beganas Rome, golden boy handsome, generous, beloved. Then, a mysterious illness shattered him. He declared himself a living god, made his horse Incitatus a priest and senator, and drained the treasury on spectacles and whims. After 4 years of terror, his own guards cut him down in a palace corridor. Claudius 41-54 AD. The stuttering, limping scholar, overlooked by his family, was discovered hiding behind curtains. The fool proved brilliant. He conquered southern Britain, expanded the empire's administration, and drained the Fusan Lake. Yet court intrigue consumed him, likely poisoned by his niece-wife Agrippina, to clear the path for her son. Nero 54-68 AD inherited the throne at 16. Guided at first by Seneca and Burrus, he lowered taxes and charmed the people. Then the mask slipped. Obsessed with art and performance, he sang on stage while demanding victory crowns. The Great Fire of 64 AD gutted Rome. Nero rebuilt it grandly with his opulent Dumas Aurea. He murdered his mother Agrippina, kicked his pregnant wife to death, and forced Seneca to commit suicide. Facing rebellion in 68 AD, he fled and stabbed himself, muttering, "What an artist the world is losing." The dynasty died with him. Then came the year of the 4 emperors, 69 AD civil war, betrayal, and street fighting in Rome itself. Galba, stingy and harsh, lasted months. Otho, popular but weak. Fell to Vitellius, Aglutanus, Bruta. Finally, Vespasian, battle-hardened, commander from the Jewish War, seized power and founded the Flavian dynasty. Vespasian restored finances with pragmatic taxes and began the Colosseum. His famous reply to his son Titus gave us pecunia non olet. Titus 79-81 AD ruled only 2 years, but won eternal love. He completed the Colosseum, aided victims of Vesuvius's eruption. Domitian 81-96 AD. His younger brother was efficient, but increasingly tyrannical. He demanded to be addressed as Dominus et Dius, assassinated in a palace conspiracy in 96 AD, possibly involving his wife Domitia. The 5 good emperors 96-180 AD. The empire's golden afternoon. Nerva 96-98 calmed the storm and adopted a worthy successor. Trajan 98-117 born in Spain, expanded Rome to its greatest territorial extent, conquering Dacia and pushing to the Persian Gulf. Hadrian 117 to 138 consolidated rather than expanded. He built Hadrian's Wall in Britain, rebuilt the Pantheon, and traveled relentlessly. Antoninus, Pius 138 to 161 gave Rome 23 years of quiet, competent peace, perhaps the most underappreciated ruler. Marcus Aurelius, 1611, 80, the philosopher emperor, wrote his meditations in camp while fighting Germanic tribes on the Danube. Stoic duty defined him, yet the Antonine plague ravaged the empire, his fatal error, allowing his son to succeed him. Commodus 180-192 was the nightmare that followed. Delusional. He fought as a gladiator in the arena, always rigged to win. He renamed Rome after himself and styled himself Hercules Reborn. Strangled in his bath by conspirators, including his mistress, chaos returned. The Praetorian Guard auctioned the throne. Septimius Severus 193-211, a tough North African general, won the ensuing civil wars. He militarized the empire further. His advice to his sons: pay the soldiers well and ignore everyone else. The severance spiraled. Caracalla murdered his brother and extended citizenship to all free men, mainly to tax them. Elagabalus 218-222, a 14-year-old Syrian priest, scandalized Rome with religious excesses and cross-dressing before being murdered at 18. The crises of the 3rd century, 235-284, nearly destroyed everything. Over 20 to 50 emperors and usurpers in 50 years, most dying violently. Barbarian invasions, plague, hyperinflation, and the empire fracturing into 3 rival states. Rome itself seemed doomed. Aurelian 272-275 reunited the fragments, built stronger walls around the capital, and restored orderly to be assassinated by his own secretary. Diocletian 284-305 was the savior administrator. He divided the empire into the Tetrarchaphora Corulas to manage its vastness. He stabilized currency, attempted price controls, and launched the last great persecution of Christians. In a stunning move, he abdicated in 305 AD and retired to grow cabbages. In split the first emperor to voluntarily step down. From the Tetrarchy's collapse rose Constantine the Great, 306-337. In 312 AD, he saw a vision of the Chiro cross. Victorious, he issued the Edict of Milan, favored Christianity, convened the Council of Nicaea, and founded Constantinople as the new capital, a move that preserved Roman civilization for another millennium. Theodosius, the first 379-395, made Christianity the state religion. Upon his death, the empire permanently split east and west. The western half crumbled under barbarian migrations. In 410 AD, Visigoths under Alaric sacked Rome the first time in 8 centuries. The psychological blow was immense. By 476 AD, the boy emperor Romulus Augustulus was deposed by the Germanic chieftain. No dramatic final battle, just the quiet end of the western line. The imperial regalia was sent east to Constantinople. Yet Rome did not fall. The Eastern Roman Empire, to us as Byzantine, endured another 977 years. Its people still called themselves Romans. Justinian, 527-565, nearly restored the old empire. His generals reconquered Italy, North Africa, and parts of Spain. He built the breathtaking Hagia Sophia, whose architects boasted they had surpassed Solomon. He codified Roman law and the Corpus Juris Civilis. Centuries of brilliance and struggle followed. Heraclius, fighting Persians, and then the first Islamic armies. The resilient defense against Arab sieges, the Golden Age under the Macedonians, and Basil II the Bull. The end came on May 29, 1453. Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II's cannons thundered against Constantinople's ancient walls. The last emperor, Constantinos Palaiologos, fought on the ramparts and vanished in the final melee. Legend says he still waits beneath the city. From Augustus' marble vision to Trajan's conquests, Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, the bloody 3rd century inferno, Constantine's Christian revolution, and the long Byzantine twilight the Roman emperors forged the world we still live in. Their laws underpin our justice systems. Their roads and cities still shape Europe. Their language, literature, and dreams echo in every Western nation. Rome never truly died. It evolved, adapted, and still whispers through time. If this sweep across 1,500 years of triumph and tragedy moved you, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which emperor fascinates you most and why? More deep dives on Augustus, Marcus Aurelius, Justinian, and the fall of Constantinople are on the way. The Eternal City still calls.